Going 2-0 down, managed to get 2-2 with the league leaders. We're just going to build on it and keep going.
I'm keen to stick with the positives, but I must ask, what went on in that first 10-20 minutes? You just couldn't seem to get any kind of grip on it.
No, do you know what? I think we started kind of a bit on the front foot and tried to get about them. And, you know, it was two probably lapses of concentration in the penalty box where, you know, we weren't tracking our runners and, you know, we got punished for it. But like Mickey said, the character in this group has never gone. Of course, it hasn't been what we've wanted, but we've never let our heads go. We always, you know, you see at the end of the game there, everyone's on their feet. You know how much this means for us, for the whole fans, for everyone, and a massive point.
It's big pressure on Said, wasn't it? But he got the goal, and in the stands, you then really did feel the shift. Was that the case on the pitch as well? You sensed here you could get something.
Before the game, we sensed we could get something. Like Jared said, we started the game well, and with Arsenal 2 lapses and 2 goals, you get punished when you make mistakes here. But from that, we kind of built on it. You can see that we didn't give up. There was Deck turning to lift the boys. I was saying we can get something, just get 1 goal and we'll build on it. Then we won the penalty, scored a goal, and we did. We built on it and kept going, and we had opportunities to win the game. But obviously, it wasn't for today, but we'll build on that, and in the next coming of weeks, we will get the winning goals.
It's a huge point for West Ham United in their fight to stay in the league, but what about for Arsenal? It's the first time a team at the top of the league has let a 2-goal lead slip in successive games. Once was careless, what about twice? Right?
No, last week we kind of forgave him. Last week in terms of, it's at Liverpool and it's a big ask. Obviously this is the penalty decision, and I agree with Antonio. I think he was slightly unlucky. You know, where is he supposed to put his arm? I know it's away from his body, but then listen, we've seen great players miss penalties, and it happened again. A big moment.
Is that pressure?
Pressure, yeah, simple as that. He's a quality player. We saw Saha last week, not even hitting the target. It affects players. Again, he's a brilliant player. He'll respond to that like he always does. But a huge moment in terms of a big point for obviously West Ham, but in the title race. And West Ham deserved this in the second half. Again, poor from Arsenal. A ball back in, very straightforward. Lovely first time finish. And Arsenal were just, as I said, we forgave him for last week because it was Liverpool, but today was self-inflicted, with particularly the first penalty they gave away. I praised the goalkeeper last week. I think he gets a hand to it. Probably should save that. I really think he should save that.
And they had a chance to make things even worse for Arsenal, Jimmy, West Ham United, with this.
Yeah, initially I'm thinking head it down, but if he heads it down, it's going to get blocked. So he has to head it quite as high as possible.
Does the angle work against it?
Yeah, a little bit. It's a difficult angle.
You sense problems today for Arsenal?
Yeah, but for different reasons. This is self-inflicted for me from Arsenal. I expected so much more from West Ham. West Ham, for me, if I look at them today, it's a poor side. They should have won easily, and they were winning easily until it was 2-0. It became too easy. And after 2-0, the intensity, the work rate, everything stopped from Arsenal, and that's why West Ham came in the game. The first goal that West Ham scored is a big mistake from Partey, and they just gave it away today.
We'll hear from Mikel Arteta very shortly. You can get that interview on Sky Sports News and across our digital platforms. We will give you more reaction. Just like last week, Arsenal looking comfortable at 2-0 before getting pegged back to 2-1 at half-time. But it was easy to start with, wasn't it, for them, Roy?
Oh, far too easy here. We're talking about West Ham having a quick start. They were the opposite. They were just dropping off, giving Arsenal, obviously, the time and space. You know, you're looking 5, 6, 7 minutes into the game. Players not getting tight enough, obviously switch and play. And obviously they're nervous. They don't want to be obviously selling themselves, but you just got to do a bit more. But nice play from Arsenal. Saka, obviously, just a bit of link play, simple, give and go. Ben White's running off the back of Creswell, little side rule ball. We've seen a lot of times from Arsenal. Ben White does really well, but really poor defending. Again, it's well and good having the bodies back, but no one really making a decision or getting tight.
And Arsenal have so many forward as well.
Yeah, of course, because I bet you at the start of the game they were obviously in control, a bit like what they did at Liverpool last week. They've got quality players, and if you don't tackle them and put them under pressure, as I said, West Ham have got the bodies back, but it's far too easy. No real tackling. We see Arsenal do this all. Little side pass, sleeping at the back. Jesus, one-touch finish. Lovely play by White. Far too easy.
All too passive, Jimmy?
Very, very passive. Again, they start with a crossfield ball. Martinelli tried to cross it with his outside feet. It comes back, they pick up the second ball, and then Odegaard is totally free at the back post. Benrahma should do better. Odegaard sees that he is free. He's got his hand up. He's waiting. Benrahma doesn't look, and there's no communication. And then Odegaard gets the ball, and it's an easy finish and a well taken finish.
But West Ham get themselves back in it. Was this really the first time we saw any urgency from them?
Yeah, really. Obviously, to be fair to Declan, he's made a good decision. When you gamble there, you've got to go and win the ball. Really poor from Arsenal. Obviously, Partey, listen, sloppy. And that was the only way really West Ham were going to get back into the game. Arsenal being sloppy, and there you go. Again, good play from Declan. Obviously, it's good decision making. Nice way to pass. It is a penalty. He does catch him. It's clever. It's clever attack and play.
Clever in what way?
In terms of earning the penalty. I wouldn't use the word cheating. I think he does clip him, but he's just sucked him in, and I think it is a penalty. And West Ham back in the game when really they didn't deserve it.
They didn't deserve it at all to be back in the game. They were so far apart. It was so easy for Arsenal. I thought it would be a lot more competitive, but Arsenal has been brilliant.
Cruise control, Arsenal for the first,
فيورينا يفرض على نابولي تعادلا مخيبا. تحضر نابولي المتصدر وميلان حامل اللقب لموقعتهما المرتقبة الثلاثاء في إياب ربع نهائي دوري أبطال بتعادلين مخيبين السبت أمام هيلاس فيرونا 0-0 وبولونيا 1-1 تواليا في المرحلة 30 من الدوري الإيطالي لكرة القدم. وخاض نابولي اللقاء بمعنويات مهزوزة بعد خسارة في منتصف الأسبوع على أرض ميلان 1-0 في ذهاب ربع نهائي دوري الأبطال ليسقط للمرة الثانية أمام الفريق اللومباردي في غضون أيام معدودة بعد الخسارة المذلة أمامه على ملعب دييغو أرماندو مارادونا برباعية نظيفة في المرحلة قبل الأخيرة. ورغم هذا التعثر في مباراة استعاد خلالها هدفه النيجيري فيكتور أوسيمين، لا يبدو أن أحدا قادرا على الوقوف في وجه نابولي بتحقيق حلم إحراز اللقب للمرة الأولى منذ 1990، كونه يتقدم بفارق 14 نقطة على لاتسيو الثاني قبل 8 مراحل على نهاية الموسم. وبدأ المدرب لوتشانو سباليتي اللقاء ضد فريق لم يفز بأي مباراة هذا الموسم خارج الديار، ولم يفز سوى مرة واحدة في المرحلة السبع الماضية بتشكيلة معدلة من أجل إراحة نجومه استعدادا للأربعاء. وبقي سباليتي الجورجي خفيتشا على مقاعد البدلاء التي شهدت عودة أوسيميين بعد تعافيه من إصابة خلال مشاركته مع منتخب بلاده من نافذة المباريات الدولية نهاية الشهر الماضي، أبعدته عن المباريات الثلاث الأخيرة، 2 منها أمام ميلان حين خسر الفريق الجنوبي برباعية نظيفة في 2 من الشهر الحالي في الدوري ثم الثلاثاء في دوري الأبطال.